Okay, so then when you came to Manor Park, so what year would that have been? You said you was in year 6, so that would have probably been like...
It was in 2003.
Okay. So Manor Park in 2003, explain, because obviously me, I wasn't in the country then, innit? So I don't know how it was then.
Okay.
From what I heard people tell me that Manor Park was more like a predominantly white
It really was.
area.
It really was. It was different to how it is now.
Yeah.
So much diversity in the area now, which can be a good thing. I feel like at the time, when I was growing up in 2003, there was more of a community base around it. Like you would feel more like comfortable, just like knowing your neighbours, people saying hello to you, you know, activities happening within the area that you would be involved in. And it's quite different now, but at the time, yeah, you had more of like a white presence in the area. And I saw that as time went on, there was less of that, and there was a huge influx of like Eastern Europeans. This was in between the period of about 2007 to 2008. Yeah, there was a huge influx of Europeans, of Eastern Europeans in particular, that came and settled in East London, and there was a shift of people that moved basically into Essex. You know. Black, white, or Asian. There was a huge influx of people that moved away, and people moved into the area. So there was this change, and then this whole unknowing kind of feeling, unfamiliarity with people that you're around and you live with. So that kind of shifted the energy in the area as well. Maybe put people on edge a bit more. You know, with the fear of the unknown, when you don't know.
Because now all of a sudden there's a different type of people around and all of that, so you don't know how people think and all that.
So people are a bit more apprehensive.
So then that kind of changed Manor Park. And also in Newham, like, what school did you go to and stuff like that?
Okay, I went to my primary school. I went to. I started off in Portway.
Yeah,
I went to Portway. It's in Plaistow.
Yeah.
If you're from Newham, you should know where Portway is.
Yeah, I heard about that. Because most man that went to my school actually went Portway, to be honest.
And then I went to St Anthony's. In Forest Gate. Yeah.
Okay, they're Catholic.
It's a Catholic school, yeah. And then from there I went to St Bonaventures. I went St Bon's, quite a popular school in East London.
One of the most popular ones.
One of the most popular schools, an all-boys school, you know. It's a respectable school,
very,
to be honest. And I feel like it does build you up in a certain type of way. Those 5 years can affect your life. But there's a way that the school carries its consensus to its students, which kind of embeds within you as a St Bon's person. I can't really explain it too much, but if you went Bonds, you should know what I mean. Like you carry yourself in a certain type of way.
So basically, that's what I was even about to ask, because they always made it seem like Bonds students were like these superior, Bonds and St Andrews students were like these superior students. They're always smart. They're dressed smartly. You can't go to school with your hair a certain way. So is that what you're basically talking about? Where you have to conduct yourself. And it's basically there was more discipline in that school compared to most other schools. Would you say that?
I would say so, but I think it was more in a meticulous manner. So it wasn't necessarily about thinking that you're better than the next school or we think we're superior than other schools.
That's how I felt though. I felt like St Bon's and St Angela's always felt like they're better than every other school in Newham.
I mean, that's just perception. I hear you.
Even people that went there always felt like they're better. Oh, yeah, I got St Bon's. You know what I'm saying?
You could carry it that way, but I think that's perception as well, you know? I think it just comes down to the teachers wanting the best for their students and just tweaking the minor things, you know, and making sure that every day you're making those changes to present yourself well. You know,
I can't lie that you do see the difference though, because you can't see a big difference between the Bonds and Angela student to you know what I'm saying, another school. You know what I'm saying? You just see the difference in the demeanor, the way even like our dress code to go to school. Like our in Rokubi, we can wear Air Forces to school and shit. Not that it's allowed, but you know what I'm saying, we can wear Air Forces to school and teachers will get away with it. Sometimes we'll have like mad hairstyles to go to school as well. Some people's hair is not even done, like nappy, you go to school. But I see that in Bonds, you had to have a certain standard of look to go to school, or else you get sent home. Like, you know, I knew people that dyed their hair in St Bonds and got sent home.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. I was going to mention at the time, you would think that it's a good thing that, of course, that they're building you up to carry yourself in a certain way. But again, Like, we live in a world where like everyone's individualistic. We're all unique. You can't make people uniformed. People have personality, you know. So at the end of the day, people will always deviate and become how and who they want to be. You know, like, look at me now. I've got blonde locks.
Yeah, bro.
Back then, there's no way I would have been allowed in the school, like
that,
you know. But it doesn't necessarily have to take you into this conformity of how they want you to behave, but more just to instill better qualities as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, would you say? But either ways, though, I still never felt like St Bonaventure and St Angela's was, even though all this discipline was, they were saying, oh, yeah, it's a discipline school, all of that. Yeah. But I still felt like St Bonaventure and St Angela's students were still the same, like everyone else.
Course.
You still had your, like, if you think about it, some of the probably the most notorious guys at the time went to those schools.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? No, you know what? I won't deny that, and that's very true. But we have to remember that we're all humans, and we're all young. We're all young as well. At the time, it was young, 11 to 16 years of age. So we're all prone to immaturity. You know what it is about St Bon's is that it allows you to consciously know the difference. You know, of how to carry yourself. You know, it kind of gives you that consciousness of doing the right thing, and constantly as well. So you know.
So basically it gives you the opportunity to know that there's this way and then there's that way, and then you basically then while you're in school, while you're finishing, and decide on how you want to be. Basically.
And then because there's so many exemplary people, it makes you want to go that way.
Because you see other people that are excelling. Like in the sixth forms and stuff like
whether
that.
They're bad boys or not, they're doing well.
You know? That's true though. That's one thing I've noticed, like Bonds boys, whether they're bad or not, their grades were always good.
Exactly.
That's one thing I always noticed about Bonds boys. That's why my mum always wanted me to go Bonds, man, but they never even let me in. Because they said that I haven't been baptized in that. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that I haven't been baptized, so I can't get in and that. I tried to get a quick baptized thing done. It wasn't quick enough, bro. I tried to get a fake baptism certificate, everything sent from Ghana, man. All that shit didn't work out.
Got one done. Why didn't you get that done?
I don't even know, man, bro. It was just like, I was just pissed the fact that they're trying to tell me I can't get in, because I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to go Bonds badly.
Did you not go to the sixth form though?
No, I even tried to get into that. I didn't get into that, bro. My grades didn't make it. Bro, you know when you apply for the sixth form and they put you, there was a thing where at the time when you apply for the sixth form, your predicted grades, sometimes they will give you a spot, and then they'll give some people like the waiting spot. And they gave me the waiting spot because my grades weren't gonna make it. But I just Bonds was just never for me, I think. God didn't want me to go Bonds.
But you're here now, man. So
Well, they always used to make St Bonds seem like some superior school, bro. Like,
to be fair, for me as a person, I think it was amazing for me because with it being an all boys school as well, it kind of redirected my focus. And like, I don't think it's for everyone to go to a all gender school. But for me personally, I would say that it just kind of it humbled me in a certain way to focus on what's important. Until like when I came out of school, that's when I started like mixing with girls more and like.
But I still feel like you lot didn't have that lack though when it comes, because St Angela's just next door.
Not in a way, but in a classroom setting.
But still, when classes are changing, at least you see some girls walking through the corridors and the sixth form girls.
It's fair enough.
Exactly. At least you lot see some girls. That's when I roll with, we ain't see shit.
Well, I'll be honest with you. More time we was preing the teachers.
Them ones. That's what all we had at Rokuvi, bro.
To be fair, so it wasn't like we had that constant female activity around us. It wasn't like that at all.
Nah, in Rokubi was bad. Even when like the only time you was probably able to like have like a same kind of class type of setting session was in music, when they used to do like music thing where in Rokubi they used to link up with Sabanel in it to do this choir thing in it. So if it was in a music thing, you could have that.
The chance.
Do you get me? And even then they used to kind of block it out, like, you know, when the girls are coming into the school, it's fucked the way they did it. Like, even thinking about it now, it's mad. Like, they had some next thing barricade, like where when the girls are walking through, you can't see them, but you know they're walking through, but you can't see them. Like, that's how it was in Roku. Roku was mad.
See, I don't really understand all those tactics, man, because when you look at the mixed schools and you understand people come out fine, I don't see like why they're trying to create that divide so much.
Parents always think at a same gender school there's more discipline. Like, my mum always thought, if you go to a boys' school, there's definitely more discipline there. There's more this there. There's more that there. And also when it comes for the females, probably parents are thinking, if my girl goes to a girls' school, they'll be less likely to get with men and boys and all them shit there. They will But it don't make no difference, does it?
Yeah, I can't really speak on that because I'm not a female and I never went to a girls' school. But
it don't make no difference, bro.
But I don't necessarily feel makes that. If anything, it gives that young person an urge more to do. Want to do certain things.
Because it don't matter. Because even us, man, we finished school at 2:45. We'd be outside girls' school's gates, waiting to move to girls. So it was normal. Do you get it? And when girls at all girls' schools see a group of boys outside school, they get excited. You get it? But they ain't see no boys. You get me? Like everyone's moving different.
I'll be honest with you, right? Yeah. And I got to see this firsthand for 5 years, right? And I'm glad I can say this right now, yeah, on camera, yeah. St Angela's girls are and were excited. They are the most excited bunch I've seen on the face of the earth,
bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, you hear these girls on a bus. They're in the bus and you can hear them like it's a normal conversation right next to you. Bro. Like, you will hear these girls on the top of the street.
Trust me.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it was.
I remember St Angela's, they even had their own bus. I forgot the name of that bus.
6,
you know
7,
that bus?
6, 7, 8, yeah. Literally.
That bus was a fuck.
That bus was a party bus, bro.
Listen, I knew one guy that jumped on it once, you know.
Is it?
I was like, I thought that nigga was brave.
Yeah,
I could have never jumped on that bus, bro.
Must have been swarmed.
Bro, imagine all of them girls, bro.
I can't deal with it.
At the time, I wouldn't be able to deal with that.
No, I can't. That's too much, I'm not going to lie.
But yeah, bro. Me personally, I don't think going to all girls or all boys school will make you more whatever. It don't change nothing to me.
Not
personally.
Particularly, no, man. I don't think so. It kind of makes you a bit more reserved. Until you're ready to
open up. You get it? And then when you open up, it's just gonna be open from there.
There you go.
You get it?
There you go.